my predecessor had an option, to become a statesman and rise above politics and, become a unifying, factor in a country. But he chose to climb down and become an opposition leader. Because in your own statement, your own headline, is the chairperson of Azimio up to now. Is the chairperson of party leader of, and he's busy with this. What you people wrote. He's busy organizing the opposition against me. Of course, I have tried to persuade him, because I thought, as my former boss, I tried to, persuade him that maybe he could play a different role. In fact, I remember when I was thinking, about how to take Kenya to the next level, I went and sat down with the former Prime Minister. And I told him, you see, we are now the elders, we are the leaders of this nation. Why don't we work together, grow a bigger vision for Kenya, that then, we can hand over to the next generation of leaders. And the former Prime Minister was I must say, I must give him credit. He was up to it. In fact, he immediately told me, look, I am going to look for Professor Hino. But I agreed with the former Prime Minister that it is important that we look for the former president. And I went out of my way, I looked for him. I went and saw him first in Ichaweri. I also came and saw him in his office here. And then I talked to him to persuade him that, look, as a former head of state, the only one living now, please help us to, forge, a new, vision for the country.